This recording will review area and perimeter. In class, I gave you 12 orange tiles and asked you to create some rectangles. Most of you created a 4 by 3 rectangle, a 6 by 2 rectangle, and a long skinny 12 by 1 rectangle. We agree that the area of each rectangle is 12 because you could count the orange tiles, 12 in each case, or do 4 times 3 is 12, 6 times 2 is 12, and of course 1 times 12 is 12. Then we tried to calculate the perimeter. Perimeter is the rim or the fence that goes around the shape. In this case, the perimeter was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Our perimeter was 14. We could also calculate it by saying 4 plus 3 is 7, and then 4 plus 3 again is 7. That would be 14. Or some people even said 4 plus 3 is 7 and double it. Still others like to calculate 4 plus 4, those two sides, that's 8, and 3 plus 3, that's 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. So no matter how you stack it, the perimeter is 14. Here, the perimeter is 6 plus 2, which is 8, and then double it and get 16. And here, the perimeter is 12 plus 1 plus 12 plus 1, so that's 13 plus 13, or 26. So we discovered that the area could be the same for different rectangles with different perimeters. We also talked a little bit about non-rectangles, which would look something like this. And to calculate the area, of course it's still 12 because there's 12 orange tiles. To calculate the perimeter, we would need to count all the way around. So let's say we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that has a different perimeter from the rectangle that was 1 by 12. Next, we looked at rectangles where we couldn't always count the tiles. In this case, you can see the dimensions are 1 by 6, and maybe it's feet or maybe it's inches. I'll just call it units for now. And this one is 3 by 2. So knowing that area is length times width, they both have the same area. But let's check the perimeter. 1 plus 6 is 7. So 7 and 7 is 14. That would be a perimeter of 14. And this one is 3 plus 2, that's 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, so that perimeter is 10. So you can see in both cases the area is 6, but here the perimeter was 14, and here the perimeter was 10. In our book, there were 2 investigations we did. The first was about a snow shelter. The snow shelter assumed that the area would always be constant, 24, and they wanted us to see how the perimeter varies. Well, we thought of all the factors of 24 to come up with the different rectangles we could create. So 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 12 is 24. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24. And then we tried 5, but realized 5 is not a factor of 24. So the last rectangle we come up with would be 4 by 6. You don't need to keep going and write 6 by 4. Then we had to calculate the perimeter of each rectangle. 1 plus 24 is 25. If we double that, we get the perimeter of 50. 2 plus 12 is 14. If we double that, we get 28. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. 4 plus 6 is 10. Double that and we'll get 20. So again, we could see the area might remain the same, but the perimeter would vary. So we decided if we were paying for the siding or the outside, we probably would want to choose this one. It has a smaller perimeter, which means we'd have to buy less supplies to build this snow shelter. Finally, we looked at dog pens. and we imagined that we had a certain amount of fencing to use to create the dog pen, and we wondered which would give us the most area for the dog. This one's a little bit harder. If the perimeter is 24, the way I do it is I take half of 24, which is 12, and I try to come up with two numbers that add up to 12. So you can see I came up with 11 plus 1. 11 plus 1 is 12. If we double that, we get a perimeter of 24. And then I suggested you go in order here. What if this dimension was 2? This would have to be 10 because 2 plus 10 is 12. Double it and get 24. What if this short dimension was 3? Well, the longer dimension would be 9 because 3 plus 9 is 12. Double it, get 24. 4 plus 8 is 12. Double it, get 24. 5 plus 7 is 12. Double it, get 24. And 6 plus 6 is 12. Double it, get 24. The area is fairly easy to calculate here. Just multiply length times width. So we got 20, 27, 32, 35, and 36. We decided if we wanted to build a dog pen, we would probably choose this most square option because it has the largest area for our dog using the same amount of fencing or the same perimeter. That's all for now.